खुश रहो बिटिया। दिस इज जेवीएन डॉक्टर ब्रजराज सिंह चौहान, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर, ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी जयपुर। प्रोग्राम एमएससी सेकंड सेम and course is numerical computation. Session of today is numerical solution of algebraic and transcendental equation. Numerical solution of algebraic and transcendental equation. So, learner, do you know about the equation? Equation is an algebraic expression which have equal sign. In this topic, the general equation of any variable x is given here. Fx is equal to a0 x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1 plus a2 x to the power n minus 2 plus dot 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 an is equal to 0. This is the polynomial, or we can say in another word, this is an equation. In this case, a0 does not is equal to 0. It is because the degree of this polynomial is n. So coefficient of degree of n does not is equal to 0. It is because if a0 is equal to 0, then the degree of this polynomial will be reduced, or at the place of n, the degree will be n minus 1. So in this case, a0 does not equal to 0. This equation is called a polynomial equation of degree n. Here, degree of this polynomial is n. Degree of polynomial is the highest order, highest power appear in the expression. So in this case, highest power appear in this expression is n. So degree of this polynomial is n. It is also called an algebraic equation of degree n, or we can say this is a polynomial. It is because if any algebraic expression is polynomial, then the degree of variable must be whole number. So in this case, degree of every variable will be whole number. According to the fundamental theorem of the algebra, every equation has a root. We all are read about this statement. In the previous class, we look about the 1 degree equation, 2 degree equation, that is called quadratic equation, 3 degree equation, that is called cubic equation. If we have only 1 degree equation, then the root of that equation will be only 1. It is because degree of the polynomial is 1. In the quadratic equation, you have learned at high school level quadratic equation, and in order to solve the quadratic equation, we get two roots, two value which satisfy the equation, that is called the root. So in any equation, number of roots is equal to the number of degree of that particular equation. So the equation which are not in the form of a polynomial equation must also have a root. As per the theory of equation, the given polynomial equation has at most n. If any equation, if it is not in a polynomial form, then such type of equation is called the transcendental equation. It is because in the polynomial there is only one variable, and degree of variable is a whole number. In the transcendental equation, equation consists trigonometric function, equation consists logarithm function, equation consists radical powers. So if any equation, if it is consist the algebraic that is trigonometric, that is exponential, that is logarithm, or if it consists the radical roots, then such type of equation is called the uh, transcendental equation. And transcendental equation also have some roots. There are several methods to get solution of the polynomial equation, and the most popular is use of the remainder theorem. We can solve the equation with the help of remainder theorem, or with the help of remainder theorem we can calculate the root of equation which is cubic and more than 3 degree. So when fx has a root, it satisfies fx is equal to 0. Geometrically, it intersect the x-axis. For polynomial equation, find root by the direct method is easy. But when we deal with equation which are transcendental, it is a tough task to get a root by the direct method. Here we will discuss alternative method for solving both algebraic and transcendental equation. First, we define transcendental equation. So an equation containing transcendental function such as trigonometric function, exponential function, logarithm function, etc. Such type of equation is called the transcendental equation. For example, x minus cos x is equal to 0. This equation consists trigonometric function. So cos x is equal to 3x minus 1 and x is equal to log x. Such type of equation which consists the logarithm, trigonometric or exponential function is called the transcendental theorem, transcendental equation. The following theorem is used if fx is continuous in the interval ab. You all are knowing about the continuity. A function is called continuous if the limit exists and the value of limit at a particular point is equal to the value of function at that particular point. Or in usual meaning, we can say if we draw any graph, then graph is continuous if we don't break in that particular graph. अगर हम किसी भी ग्राफ को प्लॉट कर रहे हो तो हमारा पेन बीच में कहीं पर भी प्लेन से डिटेक्ट नहीं हो, उठे नहीं, अलग नहीं हो, सेपरेट नहीं हो. अगर किसी भी पॉइंट पे वो अलग हो गया, इसका मतलब वहाँ पे फंक्शन डिसकंटिन्यूअस हो गया. सो किसी भी फंक्शन के डिसकंटिन्यूअस होने के लिए फंक्शन कि या तो लिमिट एग्जिस्ट नहीं होती है या फिर वो लिमिट फंक्शन की वैल्यू के इक्वल नहीं होती है. अगर ये तीनों चीज़ें इक्वल हैं तो हम कह सकते हैं फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस हो. तो ये आवश्यक है, ये ज़रूरी है किसी भी ट्रांसेंडेंटल फंक्शन के रूट फाइंड करने के लिए कि पहली बात तो ये है कि वो कंटिन्यूअस होना चाहिए. और अगर हम किसी फंक्शन की एक पॉइंट पे वैल्यू फाइंड करते हैं और वो वैल्यू पॉजिटिव आती है, फिर हम किसी दूसरे पॉइंट पे फंक्शन की वैल्यू फाइंड करते हैं, वो निगेटिव आती है. कहने का मतलब अगर हम किन्हीं दो पॉइंट एक पर्टिकुलर इंटरवल में किसी भी फंक्शन की वैल्यू फाइंड कर रहे हैं तो एक पॉइंट पे अगर वो पॉजिटिव है और दूसरे पे निगेटिव है, इसका आशय ये है कि उन दोनों वैल्यू के बीच में फंक्शन का रूट लाई करता है. fx is equal to 0, we have at least one real root in the interval. In this theorem can be understood by the following diagram. Here there is a two-dimension space. One is x-axis, another is y-axis, and two different value a and b is here. A and b. Then the function fx also given here. We have a value a. If we put value a in the function, we get fa, and we putting the value b at the function fx, then we get fb, and in between fa and fb, x-axis intersect in this graph. So we can say there is a root in between A and B. Thus, if FA and FB have opposite signs, then FA into FB less than is equal to 0, लेस देन 0. सपोज कीजिए दो वैल्यू हैं और दोनों वैल्यूज़ में एक वैल्यू पॉजिटिव है और एक वैल्यू नेगेटिव है, तो उनका मल्टीप्लिकेशन नेसेसरीली भी नेगेटिव. It is because if we multiply two number, one is negative and another is positive, then the value of after multiplication we get is always negative. So FA into FB less than is equal to 0 in this case. So if Fx is continuous in AB and FA into FB less than 0, Fx is equal to 0 has at least one root in AB. आशा ये हुआ कि अगर हमारा फंक्शन fx कंटिन्यूस है, पहली कंडीशन, फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज दैट फंक्शन fx शुड बी कंटिन्यूस, एंड इफ द वैल्यू इन we have a interval AB and the value at the end point A and B, one value is positive, another is negative, then FA into FB always be negative. In this case, if any function satisfy or obey these two conditions, then there must be fx is equal to 0 has at least one root in the AB. इसका अर्थ ये हुआ कि उस AB इंटरवल के बीच में उस फंक्शन का कोई ना कोई एक रूट अवश्य लाई करेगा, और दूसरे वर्ड्स में हम कह सकते हैं कि उन दोनों वैल्यू के बीच में एक वैल्यू ऐसी अवश्य होगी जो कि उस पॉलिनोमियल को, उस फंक्शन को, उस इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करती हो. कहने का आशय वो वैल्यू अगर पॉलिनोमियल में उस फंक्शन में हम पुट कर दें तो फंक्शन विल वेनिश और फंक्शन की वैल्यू 0 आ जाएगी. दिस इज ए थ्योरम. सो आई होप यू ऑल आर सेटिस्फाइड with this lecture, and if you have any query in this matter, so please mention in comment box. I will resolve it very soon. Thank you very much.